This week's episode of the award-winning, multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Kiki Wyatt's uterus. The power, the elasticity, the opulence. Kiki Wyatt's uterus is giving birth to her 10th child. Mm-hmm. That pussy is yanking. Mm-hmm. Who's that by?
Oh, my lady. Yeah. I love Lady. Oh, yeah. Then we were talking about, inside joke.
Because that pussy is yanking.
Yes.
And so, some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. It's Southern rap. Look it up. That's all I can tell you on that
Lady. Yanking. No G. Only you.
That pussy is yanking.
You know what? So K Michelle is on Love and Hip Hop LA right now talking about she looking for a surrogate. Girl, I know somebody.
Call your friend.
Call your R&B sister. Call your R&B sister.
Congratulations. I'll say congratulations to her because not many women can do it or want to do it, but congratulations to her. I wish that this would be her 10th album instead of her 10th child.
Come on out.
It's her life to live.
Y'all gonna get this Patti LaBelle rendition, only you knew. So, question. I know we gotta introduce ourselves politics, but there was talk on the internet about this gay couple, and one of the mothers decided to carry the baby for the boys. It was somebody else's. I'm assuming it was somebody else's egg that one of them fertilized, and she was just used as the carrier pigeon. She was carrying for her son and his husband.
The mother is a carrier pigeon now. Okay.
What's y'all stork?
Stork is
cool.
Nice.
Birds. This is something.
You should know this category. You are a bird. You should know this category.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, if somebody's mama would carry for me and my husband, like, baby, your mama gonna carry our baby?
Is it? If it's for the cheap, sure. Because that shit ain't cheap. Well, I've looked it up. Some of them is like upwards of $60,000.
Using my hand as a source, I'm pointing to my palms and not to the top of my hand. It was these people.
Oh, I know. I saw that as well.
It's just some categories and stuff. Like, you saw the SNL skit where they was like, where they were debating on if the robber was black or white, or that was another whole. Anyway, this week's episode, Kiki Wyatt, the 10th child, the surrogacy.
The uterus must be immaculate.
So
it must be worshipped.
We missed y'all last week. I just want to say that out loud.
Yeah. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, a.k.a. the Zesty Zaddy, b.k.a. the champion of the verse agenda.
Oh, somebody left me the cutest AKA on our iTunes review. See, I'm not even prepared. I forgot all of my duties. But my name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com. I'm trying to pull up the AKA that they gave me. I'm going to find it and read it in the middle of the show. So.
Okay, well, till you get to there. That was a complete sentence. Fuck y'all. Our icebreaker this week is, what is your dream job? You know I'm a soothsayer. I say these things on time.
So, you go first. No pause.
My dream job, I'm an HR recruiting professional by trade. LOL trade. So, probably something where I could use those abilities and be paid large sums of money and be able to work from home at least 2 to 3 times a week. That would be my dream job, I think. That way I could tell people what to do and be knowledgeable about telling them that.
Oh, this consulting fish.
Yeah.
Or is it work from home fish?
Well, I don't want to work from home full time because if I work from home full time, I'm going to be fucking around.
Girl. Yeah.
I need to be able to go into the office 2 to 3 times a week so I feel accountable.
Yeah.
And then the other times I can fuck around from home and then just read my emails and then just read bitches back from my emails. Yeah.
That do sound like a dream job.
Yeah, it is a dream. That's my dream.
What's it called? Telework?
telework 2 to 3 times.
I wish cancer. I could telework with cancer and heart disease, but we can't do that. So,
you can if you know how to do it.
I don't know. I kind of sort of have 2 dream jobs, like working in healthcare. I definitely want a more of a. I'm trying to enunciate to be cute, and then I run into the That's like, shit, I just fucked up my educated sentence.
Oh, okay.
I want a more of a.
English teachers out there, beware.
I want more of a director of this or something. Just, I don't want to have to look at patients. Like, I was sitting in a meeting 6:30 in the morning. They were like, well, we're going to go over the data on the spreadsheet and we're going to have a meeting about it. My job is, you better get back there to this room because, girl, there's some shit going on out here. Girl, we got time looking at damn spreadsheets. I wish I could sit down there in my job and just, we got to have a meeting about the spreadsheets. Bougie. You better get out here and see about these folks. So, dream job, looking at spreadsheets. Somebody math me in bad, and then that'll be mine. and
you get to call and cuss people out.
I think we both like that. We bossy.
I don't have to call anybody and cuss them out.
I email them.
Yeah, I'm gonna email them. It needs to be a paper trail. I cussed you out back on October 2nd. It's October 16th. I have to cuss you out again. You getting out of here after
you
this.
You get a verbal. Okay, you getting a verbal.
Not a verbal. I'm not even calling you. You're not worth my time. You're not worth my voice. You gotta get out of here. Get the fuck out. Anyway.
So can you fire them from telework, or you gonna wait till one day you go in the office to
because I'm director fish. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. HR manager. I said she's fired. That's it.
Bye.
That is our icebreaker this week. Please let us know what you guys' dream jobs are or would be. Our word of the day this week, WERD, is TPE. TPE is an abbreviation for total power exchange. Total power exchange. That is a relationship where the dominant or owner has complete authority and influence over the submissive's life, making the majority of the decisions. So, when do I get up to eat, daddy? When do I gotta go back down to sleep, daddy? When do I gotta go to do this, daddy? When do I gotta go to do that? Total power exchange. Are you down?
Beyonce done instilled in my brain for 20 years to be an independent woman. And then she was like, look, y'all, I'm gonna marry him. We're gonna become a billionaire couple. Then he cheated. And I'm just like, well, if he doing it to Beyonce.
She married him before independent women.
Yeah. If he doing that to Beyonce, what would he do? What do these little DMV gays do to me? I ain't got time. Total power exchange. No. They be sitting there working their cages and they got their penis cage on and they gotta pee and they have to wear their butt plug all day because their master told them to wear the butt plug to work because they want their hole open when they get home.
Yeah.
No. No. No.
You wouldn't even do this for my
guest tried to say
Damon. Like Damon from Married to Medicine. That's your type.
First of all, this is Dr. G.
No, he ain't even on the show no more. So he ain't got no check.
Well, I ain't finna be on the show no more either. She ain't married to medicine. Oops. But anyway, so
as far as you know, she might be getting married to medicine again.
Cause she was a sales rep. I think she could find her a cute sales rep. I think she know where the sales rep, the networking events are around. She not finding no
sales rep. She's finding another doctor.
Sales reps make good depending on which company you work for.
She's looking for a doctor.
She needs to be looking for anything so she can keep this job title. But yeah, the answer is no. My guest writer's gonna be acting up, and then I'm gonna have to poop, and then I'm like, I guess I can poop. I'm sorry, I'm laughing just at the thought of it. Like, Daddy, can I take the plug out? I got gas.
So you're not gonna be a total power exchange applicant because you're gonna have to poop at some point. Okay, that's valid. How many of y'all out there also feel like you would have to poot as well, and this is why you can't be a total power
judging me
exchange participant? Thank you guys so much for supporting this ghetto ass podcast.
Ghetto.
Yes, if you have not heard poot this week on the podcast, you have now heard poot on this one. And so if you would like to support us saying poot as many times as we would like, You can support this podcast right now over on our Patreon. For at least $1 a month, you can get exclusive content from audio to video to picture to anything that we put out that we don't want to give to the rest of the world. We only want to give to the girls that pay for it. You get over to that Patreon. I
just got a new idea for scamming sent to me from one of the Patreon girls. Like, you can scam this way.
If you would like to give us scamming ideas, we're open to crafting. Crafting is not above us at this point. Get over to our Patreon right now, and you can submit those ideas.
Yeah.
Thank you. The Patreon link will be in our description somewhere.
Yeah.
Our affirmation this week is Halloween is coming up. Give yourself permission to be whatever non-problematic costume you want to be.
I'm going to be Christopher Columbus for Halloween.
I said non-problematic.
That was a joke. Probably in poor taste. I apologize if you were offended.
So you auditioned to be a Real Housewife of something.
I'm auditioning to be Gina, whatever her name was.
Wow. So even costumes that include being in drag, which I know the gay community drags gays that do drag for Halloween.
I'm like, what?
No, they do.
Well, we do that effectively, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But it sounds like you're about to pat them on the back. So do the drag anyway.
Yeah, do the drag anyway.
You gonna get dragged? You might as
well do drag. That's the affirmation this week. Free yourself and let the kids have whatever feelings and thoughts that they want to. You go out and have fun.
Amen.
If you only do drag one time a year, do drag one time a year. Fuck them. Do they pay your bills?
And they still talking right now. So girl, give them something to talk about.
Okay. And they gonna talk about you whether you in drag or not.
Yeah.
So do whatever you want. Don't let the Twitter or Facebook feed determine what your day is.
Can I be a sexy Buzz Lightyear?
If you can be, yeah. I mean, sexy.
These hoes.
Sexy is subjective. So,
the shade in that.
So you do whatever you like to.
I'm gonna let you get me down. I'm gonna be whatever I want to be.
I just told you to be that. It's subjective. All the interpretation of what you're wearing is though. It's very subjective.
Fuck you.
Okay. You can be that for Halloween as well.
Hush.
Listen, I'm one of Superman's hoes. I'm here for the support group. There's a support group out there, FYI. Last week we talked about nothing because we was on break. And if we were recording last week, what we would have been talking about is the Amber Geiger trial completing. And so I like us to dissect at least a little bit what Black America was so tied to in this case that they weren't tied to in the 20 black trans women that were killed this year.
Come on.
So in the Amber Geiger case, it should not be too far removed from your memory at this point. It literally just happened. We were looking at a white police officer who killed an unarmed black man in his home. And all of the black internet everywhere was tuned the fuck in to this case and to the sentencing all the way up until this girl was locked up and gone to jail. Mm-hmm. We dragged the judge, we dragged the police officers, we dragged Amber, we dragged all parties involved. One of the witnesses got shot and killed. And we know so many aspects and pieces of this one story, of this one innocent black man that was killed. And a lot of times, the same people...
like Diamond... What was her name?
I'm getting there. And so, a lot of times, most people can't even tell me 5 of the black trans women that were killed this year. But we know Botham Jean's story, backwards and frontwards, and the ins and the outs and all the details. What do you think is the difference? Is the difference innocence? Because the 20 black trans women that were killed this year were also innocent. Is the difference black? Well, both of John and the 20 black trans women that were killed this year were also black. Same black. What do you think that small difference might be?
That's why it's always an attack on women. So, start there.
So, I think that us forgetting that the trans women that were killed this year are black people as well is the common denominator. Is yes, they are trans, but they are also black, and they deserve the same amount of attention that we've been given in the same case. And the way that we are dissecting Amber Geiger is the same way that we should be dissecting the murderers of these 20 trans women, which none of us know these murderers' names. None of us know what they look like. But we know who Amber Geiger is. We know what Amber Geiger looks like. But all 20 of these black trans women that have been killed this year, you couldn't even pick out their murderer in the lineup. They murderer could be walking on the same street as you right now, and you wouldn't even know.
Ordering bottle service at the club.
Well, or serving the bottles at the club. So I would like to say
that was a great takeaway for that. I you hear saying I'm like, I see it. That was very cute. You did that.
I do things.
Okay.
So I just would like us to remember that a crime against those 20 black trans women that have been killed this year is a crime against us all. It deserves the same attention as Botham Jean's murder and his murderer, Amber Geiger. Because I am sure that behind those 20 murders, there are worse people than Amber Geiger. And she is not an angel. I'm not saying that to say that she's an angel and she's, free of doubt, because she obviously is not. But if we think that Amber Geiger is a fucking devil, let's look into the people that killed these 20 trans women this year, these 20 black trans women, and see if we don't see the face of a devil. So that's what we would have been talking about last week.
All right,
but we took a break, and so now we're on to this week. I wasn't quite sure exactly if I wanted to report on this story or not.
We did.
Or exactly how I wanted to report on the story.
Drag the bitch.
That's where I'm going. And so
we
and keep it
ratings.
And keep and that's what that's the thought that she was on.
So this is what great.
Yes.
Oh, great.
And so in keeping with the trans topic of trans women and trans people, there is a famous, maybe now infamous YouTuber named Trisha Paytas. Peytas. You ain't got to look her up because her videos are boring. You are not going to get anything from them. Trust me. But if you know her, you know her. If you don't know her, buckle up.
Congratulations, girl.
She is a YouTuber that is famous for her clickbait videos of one day she's black. She's coming out as black. She's a white woman. Let's start there. She is a white woman.
A biological female.
A biological cishet female. She has previously come out as black. She has.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Look it up. I can't. I'm not.
She's serious. I think
she's not serious. No.
She's serious. Okay. Well, somebody not serious. It's a joke.
It's not me.
Okay.
It's her. Look it up. I actually don't look it up because
you got okay. So
don't even give her.
One scam was that, and what's the second scam? What else she?
She don't need the views, so don't look it up. Just trust me. I looked it up. She don't need the views because those views embolden her to do more stupid shit, which is what she's doing now. So she has come out previously as black, as a white woman. She is a white woman, and she has previously said, "I think I'm black." She took a little time off from that, and then came out as, "I think I'm gay." Now she's taking time off from coming out as a gay woman to now coming out as a transgender man. The problem that I have with this is not that she wants to come out as a transgender man, or maybe she thinks she feels like she's a man and that's what makes her trans, is that in the same video of her proclaiming to be a trans man, she also says that she 1000% agrees with the gender that she was assigned at birth. The gender that she was assigned at birth is female. She has lived her whole life as a female. She does not want to get the pronoun of being a female away from her. She still wants to be a female, but she also wants to be identified as a trans male. You can't be both. That is not how this works.
Transition, and there was some trans people saying that it's okay to not want to transition because a lot of them haven't had the gender confirmation surgery. You know, she was trying to
reassignment surgery.
She was trying to use jargon. I haven't watched the video. I watched like 4 reaction videos from trans people. So I didn't watch her video. I watched trans people react to her video. They were like, "What? Girl, you're making no sense." They was like she was saying stuff to try to sound like she knew what she was talking about, but she was actually using it in offensive tones, and they were just hoping that if she was serious about identifying as trans, that she would get the education that she needs. Like Gigi Gorgeous. I've watched Gigi Gorgeous for years and years. And so Gigi made a reaction to it. Gia Guns,
who is her best friend.
Yes.
So her best friend came out and took her back.
The gag is Gigi Gorgeous saw the video. She was on the airplane, and when she touched down on the ground, it was all these texts and tweets about, "Hey girl, Gigi, you text Trisha. Trisha just came out as trans too. First of all, if we homegirls, you ain't consulted with me about this trans thing." And then Gigi was like, "Well, you know, I had to call her first to make sure it wasn't clickbaity, because you know that's the culture in YouTube now.
That's the culture of your best friend.
Because
your best friend does clickbait."
There was the other couple who had claimed that they had got married. I think it was like Jake Paul, who had got in trouble for showing the dead man in China, and then Tana somebody who had got dragged because TanaCon didn't happen. So then they was like, "Well, girl, you a scammer. I'm a scammer. Let's do another scam and say that we got married."
The only scammer I'm interested in is Joanne the scammer.
That's the only
scammer I'm interested in. This is a scam. You are not trans. You are using trans culture to get clicks and to get more famous and to get more money. And you don't care about the culture or the people that really do have this journey of finding out who they really are. You're not one of those girls. You're not someone that is trying to become a man or feels like she is a man on the inside and can't identify on the outside. That's not your story. You are sitting there in full fucking hair and nails, talking about you want to be a man. Where do you want to be a man at? She says she has penis envy.
I do too, girl.
Penis envy does not make you a man. That makes you a person.
Men have penis envy. Straight men
have penis envy too.
We all got a little penis envy.
You ain't never seen no fat, veiny penis, and you was like, you know, I wish mine look a little bit like that.
Are you telling me the truth?
Oh yeah, I have penis envy all the time. Have you seen some dicks out here?
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on about these dicks out here? Okay.
I currently identify as not to make a joke about this because we're serious, but I identify as something else. Okay. Now
I have penis envy of Ace Rockwood. Ace Rockwood has a gorgeous penis.
Back to a serious moment. What got on my nerves about this is why we are all standing outside the goddamn Supreme Court, because Amy Stevens wants to go to work and dress as a woman and be a woman who has gone to therapy, who is currently trying to do the things that it takes to be the person that they feel inside to pull that out on the outside.
Yes.
We are down to the Supreme Court. They done went back and forth. We done went to the
and
state.
We're not going to find out until next June now.
And so for this bitch to get on the motherfucking, to turn her fucking camera on, to sit and play in our motherfucking face, when this is real for us, this is real for a minimum of 700,000 people who feel some type of way on the inside and want to show it on the outside. And for you to just sit up and just throw around words and I think this sound cute and I think this is pretty and this will give me some clicks because my YouTube check gonna come in 30 days. It'll be just in time to catch my flight to wherever I'm going for Thanksgiving or to get my liposuction for whatever else stupid bullshit that you got going on, Trisha Paytas. How about you get the fuck out? We are out here marching and protesting and making signs and taking off work and fucking out here supporting our trans brothers and sisters. And you want to have the fucking nerve to sit on the fucking YouTube and say, oh, well, I just want to, I identify as a trans man this week and it's a game. And Bitch, turn the fucking game off. This ain't the game to play. Take the disc out, blow it, and go put it into something else.
Put it in the garbage disposal.
And take that video with you.
Put it in the garbage disposal.
We are here fucking marching around and up and down and hashtag Amy Stevens and hashtag gay people have rights and trans is beautiful. And you broadcasting live from LA. I think I'm a trans man this week. No, it's not a fucking game.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not here for it.
What the fuck?
Trisha and even her trans best friend, who is covering
Gigi
for her.
Gorgeous should have dragged her ass.
Or not said nothing at all. And say, you know what?
Nothing publicly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, that's my best friend. My best friend do stunts. I'm not going to make that a part of my platform. Because now you are endangering your own credibility because you standing next to her talking about, yeah, I think she's going through things and she might. No, you know that your best friend is not trans.
He told me something. I had to call her to make sure it wasn't a stunt. Bitch, so Gigi Gorgeous knows as well. I know my friend do stunts, so let me call her and ask her first.
And what did you think she was going to say? Yeah, girl, it's a stunt. I'm trying to get 100,000 views. Girl.
I'm trying to get my lipo for Christmas. What do you thought she was going to say?
And I would be surprised if she didn't tell you it was also a stunt. And you also made
a response video.
And you made a response video to get more clicks. All y'all go to sleep. Go to sleep. Y'all are tired.
Turn the lights off. Go to bed.
Y'all are sleepy.
It's a school night because y'all girls need more education.
The next story involves Uber and Lyft drivers who have been caught routinely canceling Black and LGBT riders, a study has found. The study has found numerous horror stories from LGBT rideshare employees and passengers where over 3,200 riders have indicated a bias where them putting their face in their rideshare apps and indicating being Black or somewhat out as a LGBT member has gotten them canceled a lot more than their white cis hetero counterparts.
I'm not understanding. So if I request an Uber, they can do a screenshot of my face?
They look at who they're picking up before they.
Oh,
and that's the picture that you post as your profile picture.
Like if I got rainbow hair in my profile picture, well, I don't want this fag in my car.
That Black, brown, anything other than what they would typically like to pick up. White woman,
like a business
white man. I can pick that up. I know I'm gonna drop that off in the middle of Times Square,
and they're gonna leave me a tip,
and they're gonna do all that. But if I pick up this nigga in the middle of the ghetto, if I pick up this gay homo going to the bar, or somebody flaming at 3:00 in the morning, it's gonna be problems, and so they'll cancel rides. And so the study was done by Bias and Financial Incentives. In ride-sharing platforms is the name of the company. And the name of their study is When Transparency Fails. And so they talk about in the study that hundreds to thousands of LGBTQ and Black riders have talked about when they've requested a ride from an Uber or a Lyft. The car was on the way, and within a minute to 2 minutes of the ride was canceled all of a sudden for no reason. And the study resonated with me because I've seen that done to me a few times. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, I thought the car was on the way. And then car...
You're not even film. Feminine presenting.
No. But the car will be on the way, and then they will cancel, and then all of a sudden another car is coming from fucking 10 minutes away instead of the car that was 3 minutes around the corner. And I'm like, well, what? I mean, I guess. And so I'm glad that the study was done. The study is also posted on advocate.com. The study did not look at how Black LGBT riders were reflected as in like after they got picked up, but it did talk about the rate, about how many times that they weren't picked up.
I know. I'll request the ride, and then they'll call me like, "Hey, what's your destination?" I'm like,
"It's in the app.
I'm at the damn stadium, girl. Come pick me up." But where you going? I will see you when you get to the stadium. I have on a blue shirt and I'm tall.
Wow.
And then they'll hang up the phone to cancel the ride. I'm like, oh girl, it's because my voice soft. Oh, I wonder if that's why my ride got. Oh, and then my voice was soft, so that's why my ride got canceled.
There you go.
Bam.
There you go.
Wow, it just. I was like, no. Then I was like, yeah. The truth jumped out.
You're welcome. Mm-hmm. So
that's double bias because there is also a bias about coming to pick you up and then you have a short destination. They can't make it ain't worth the gas to drive to come get you if your destination is
around the corner. First off, bitch, are you working right now or not?
Okay.
So if you are working right now, come and do some work. If you're not doing no work right now, then stay at home. And that's no shade. I love all y'all Uber and Lyft drivers, but if you at work, then be at work. The next story is a sad one, unfortunately. Daphne Dorman has committed suicide. If you don't know who Daphne Dorman is, reference Dave Chappelle's last Netflix special where he talks about his one trans friend who is okay with all his LGBT jokes, and who was allegedly his friend,
his scapegoat,
and helped him come up with all of these.
If all four of the letters was in a car, then the T is in the back, and she just said, "Yeah, go on."
She helped you with that joke. So allegedly, Dave's side of the story is she helped him with these jokes, and she blessed off on these LGBT jokes that basically were homophobia.
In the name of visibility. So she was like, if we're going to talk about transness and give some visibility to it, it might as well be through laughter. But
allegedly, because that's what he said. That's what he said. She said
it was kind of.
She never came out and said anything. She never
even retweet the link to the. I don't even know. She didn't. I don't know.
So Daphne has killed herself, unfortunately. Wow. Again, like I said, she was who Dave Chappelle said was fine with his transgender jokes. Mm-hmm. She was an actress, a comedian, and a software engineer.
Come on.
She had mental health problems. One of the Advocate's article also talks about, but she was still a trans woman that was dealing with a lot, and
she need to.
It is not a fact. It is an assumption that a lot of the heat that has come behind the Dave Chappelle show brought a lot of heat to her, because not many of us knew who Daphne was before Dave Chappelle said, "Here's my trans friend." My trans friend said it was okay to say all these homophobic jokes. And so at that point, people started looking up who Daphne was.
What's your activism looking like?
Yeah. And so people started looking up who Daphne was and looking up where her Facebook was, or where her shows were, or any of that. And so she started getting hate mail. She started getting all kinds of threats and all of that. And we don't know if that is the exact reason that she killed herself, but we know that didn't fucking help. So to all the Dave Chappelle apologists, I hope that this story does not fall on deaf ears, because it is a real story, and there is a casualty coming out of all of this laughter and humor that y'all said.
What you bring into your mess?
Yeah. So people that were talking about these were just jokes.
People ain't built to be in your mess.
People that were talking about this is just jokes, and yeah, it is funny, and the alphabet people should be able to laugh at this, and the alphabet people should be able to joke about this. Look at this casualty. There is a casualty to humor that doesn't affect you.
Did Dave Chappelle tweet R.I.P. to his homegirl?
No.
So his friend done died. He ain't tweeted a R.I.P. or nothing.
So Daphne is originally from Philadelphia.
Check on your friends. because Gigi ain't get the truth from his friend, and Dave ain't getting the truth from his friend. You gotta call me after we record this podcast, so we gonna be friends. FYI.
So the other sad part about it is Daphne wrote a goodbye message on Facebook. She said, "I'm sorry. I've thought about this a lot before this morning. How do you say goodbye? And I'm sorry. And I love you to all the beautiful souls, for the last time." So she felt like it felt like second thoughts before suicide. She knew that she was about to take her life, obviously, but she wanted to make sure that she said she was sorry and said goodbye to anyone that she obviously didn't get a chance to say goodbye to, or that she was sorry to before she killed herself. But this is a great lesson of someone else's pain should not be exploited for your paycheck. Dave Chappelle got paid millions of dollars to tell these allegedly funny jokes.
Allegedly funny? That was petty.
I meant it. Come on out. Allegedly funny jokes. He was paid millions of dollars, and the cost right now is his quote-unquote friend has killed herself.
I'm really finna look up his Twitter to see if he done tweeted a RIP to his home.
You don't have to waste your time.
What, Dave Chappelle?
You don't have to waste your time. So, RIP Daphne, because we ain't gonna find it on Dave Chappelle's timeline. The next story is California has just become the first state to make HIV prevention drugs available without prescription.
Here for it.
I am absolutely here for it.
Oh Lord, what does finger mean?
It just means yes, because I know what they were trying to do, because it can be expensive to be on HIV prevention medications sometimes when you don't have the right insurances or whatever the case is, or you don't know how to get to the vouchers, because there are plenty of Gilead free vouchers. Yeah. And it can be expensive if you don't have access to any of that. But being on PrEP without being under a doctor's guidance and medical supervision can be dangerous, because every 3 months you need to be getting the full panel labs that the doctor would typically order for you if you are on PrEP, for the reasons of they need to check your kidney functions, they need to check your liver functions, they need to make sure that you have not contracted any other STIs or STDs, and make sure that the drug is not adversely impacting you in other ways outside of what HIV could be doing to you if you caught HIV. So that is the only clause that I have to what California is doing. Yes, it is a great move because it will allow more people access to the drug to save their lives.
Who's paying for all these labs?
Your insurance company. Do you know how many billions of dollars these goddamn insurance companies?
Doing it without a prescription, I'm kind of Bunny and Clyde it out here, ain't I? And me being on PrEP was the reason for my insurance company to have to make sure that I'm okay, because like, well, girl, y'all paying for the true bottle, so don't y'all want to make sure the side effects of the true bottle? Well, child, insurance companies probably not.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in sexual health.
But I mean, it put more of a more of a accountability on. I am perceiving that it would, but if I am going against Blue Cross Blue Shield and I'm out here going down to the impulse events and they're helping me get PrEP, and then I'm needing lab work. So can I call Blue Cross Blue Shield now and say like, well, girl, I know I'm on these pills without a doctor's recommendation, but somebody don't have to pay for these labs, and girl, I ain't got AEL $150 labs.
And more often than not, Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to tell you no, because they need you to already be on insurance. They need to already have given you all the paperwork to fill out, figure out what your back history is. You need to have already seen a primary care physician.
What can we build on? Because they want to build on something.
Yes.
They want to build for something.
So they don't care about what your immediate is. Your immediate is, I need to go and get these panels done, but they don't give a fuck about that. They want to build the baseline. So again, that's the only clause. Yeah. It is a scam. It's a necessary scam
Car
at this point
scam,
in life.
Homeowners insurance, all the insurance is a scam.
But that is the only point of caution that I would have for California residents that are getting PrEP right now, because it is going to be free, mandated by the state government and any other states that will be following California, because I do believe other states will follow California's guidance in this. But provisions need to be made where even if it's the local free clinic, the local free clinic can run panels just as easy as any other $1 million clinic can. Anybody can run panels. You just gotta get six? Is it six? I think it's six.
It's somewhere between 6 to 8.
I think it's like 6 vials of blood.
Okay.
That can run the full panel. Any free clinic can do that.
The hemoglobin, the C. It's one to start with a C.
This is not a quiz.
I don't say because girl, I'm also not a nurse, so fail.
This is also not a quiz. So that is this week's tepid topics. I want to also make sure that we talk about Convict Ed Buck, #Convict Ed Buck. Ed Buck is still in jail. Ed Buck has been charged with the murders of 2 black gay men.
Come on, that district or something or whatever he is attorney, he would just stand up there just like, bitch, we stayed in the plane. LA, they played Nintendo, girl. We have the PlayStation 5 that's coming out in 2020. We're looking forward. That federal person, whatever his name was, I said, oh, I don't really do white men like that, but
that's my type.
Call me later. How you doing?
Wow. But Convict Ed Buck this week and every week and all weeks until Ed Buck is convicted, until Ed Buck is on death row. So, what's going on in social studies?
Okay, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow.
So,
change.
I was watching some YouTube videos about LGBT content. So they were saying that that Planned Parenthood is no longer offering HIV tests due to federal guidelines about something about abortion. I was like, so I can't get my HIV test because the Republicans don't want women to get abortions? And so apparently in 1970, it was established Title 10 to make for lower income families. America had a vision of having healthier families and healthier babies. So Title 10 was put in place so low income families can get STI screenings. They can get education and connection to care for if they needed abortions or if they needed to, discuss Plan B, anything. Healthier babies and healthier families. In 1970, everybody loved this. So even men go to Planned Parenthood to discuss their erectile dysfunction if they can't get it up. I'm sure Jody, who got 10 kids, is like, I don't want no more babies, but I don't got the money to get no vasectomy.
Or Kiki Wyatt.
So men go to Planned Parenthood to be connected to care and to receive treatment as well. But it has been decided that if you receive Title 10 funds from the federal government, that you can no longer discuss reproductive options to your patients. So Planned Parenthood, who of course is enemy number one, they stand outside and protest, don't get that abortion, don't get that abortion. Ma'am, I'm here to get a pap smear. In 2000
or an STI or STD testing.
In 2016, the last results that were published publicly, Planned Parenthood did 720,000 pap smears. Remy Ma needed one of those.
She needed a pap.
So now people can't get HIV and STI screenings. Okay, so then when these babies are born with HIV and babies are born with syphilis and born with all these congenital diseases because the Republicans no longer care about having healthy babies and healthy families, which is the reason the whole Title 10 was put in place. to help lower income people not be fucking up the rest of the world. So y'all also forget that a lot of these senators and a lot of these congressmen go play around with the lower income people. And now if you give me something, I can't even go get checked out.
Or if I give you something.
Or if you get me pregnant, I don't have a affordable place to go abort this baby. So apparently 110 public health organizations.
Is this story personal to you? Have you been impregnated by a politician?
No, but like men go get HIV tests there. And a lot of black women who are still the most affected in the heterosexual world. Black women are still a lot of living with HIV and AIDS. Because they don't get tested because they're like, oh, that's a gay disease. Or, oh, girl, you can get your pap smear here and you can get you an STI screening while we got you, girl.
Or PrEP drugs haven't been tested on them because they've been mandated not to test on women.
So, and then these men are here having sex with these women. And then the bisexual community, Lord Jesus, now I'm in distress. I'm not bisexual, but now y'all in distress. So,
first off, don't do us.
110 public health organizations and over 200 Congress members have come out against this. They're like, this is not how you ensure healthy babies and healthy families. That's why we voted this in 1970. So, because Planned Parenthood can no longer effectively give guidance to their patients about all of their options, they just Planned Parenthood is like, we can't just do this no more because we. So Republicans, they were like, oh, well, you can't go to Planned Parenthood. We have a list on the website that you can go to get alternative care. So in certain states like Louisiana and Florida, of course, they had some
Louisiana.
So the Republicans are recommending that you go to your dentist's office. They recommend that you go to the nurse's station at the local high school. Imagine
going to your dentist's office and being like, listen, no, not this one, not this mouth up here. Check the one down there. Imagine that.
Another source where you could go get health food banks. You can get health opinions from people at the food bank.
Okay. They know a lot.
They just pick it. If I take my overgrown ass down to a high school, I don't think the nurses at the nurses station in the high school can tell me because the high school will be receiving funds from the federal government. So y'all have set this up on purpose so I can't get the full education that I need about all of my... Go to my dentist and talk about what's going on in my pussy.
Well, nurses at a school only work with the students at the school. You can't be like, well, listen, I'm Jamira's mama and I would like for you to check out my coochie. No, I'm not. No, do you go here?
Man, do you have a visitor pass? We need you to go back.
You don't go here. I'm not checking out nothing.
Go back to the office.
No.
And when you leave out, I'll call it security. It's a black woman.
Why she gotta be black? Why she gotta be black?
You said you was Jamira. Who's Jamira? Jabari? Jumanji?
Shout out to girlfriends.
So girl, I don't know what we supposed to do. The Republicans, this is why y'all got to be careful about who y'all vote for. It's more than just the president. This is like we talked about recently. The federal courts get impacted by the decisions of these presidents, and now, shit, if you could go get a PAP, that's being decided by a PAP. This social studies is. I don't even know what to do with my pussy. What am I supposed to do?
Don't take it to the school nurse.
Go to the food bank. Oh, hey, foodbank.org. I'm here to talk about... I think he gave me gonorrhea.
Well, chlamydia is the one you want.
I want... well, I'm here because I want chlamydia, right, food bank? Girl, we got some green beans.
I mean, a lot of times it's asymptomatic.
We got some beets. Beets are just, beets are good for urology health. Yeah. We got some cranberry juice.
Celery.
It's a food bank.
They got celery.
They got cucumbers too, but cucumbers is why I'm in this predicament.
Probably. This week, since we haven't been talking about sexual health already, let's get into some more sexual health. This week in sexual health, I would like to applaud the FDA for finally approving a new drug for PrEP. The new drug is Descovy, which we've talked about on here a few times. It is finally now as of today, approved as a PrEP drug. Truvada is no longer the only girl on the block. There are a lot of opinions, but one for sexual health. I think that this is a win because we at least now have 2 drugs. So if you think about the flu, or you think about the common cold, how many drugs are there to combat either one of those?
I was actually.
It's not just one. It's not just like
Tylenol, cold and flu, but I could only find the Dayquil version of the cold and flu, and I was just like, I need more options.
Have you been to a CVS? They have a whole aisle of options.
Okay, we need that for prep.
That's where I'm going. Is before a week ago, the aisle was one case.
I can't run the full business off of this.
The aisle was one case. It was Truvada or nothing. It was, well, you could be out here doing whatever you want to be doing. You might get the HIV. You might not. You could be taking a Truvada, like Martell has been telling y'all for 3 fucking years. You could be taking a Truvada. Or maybe not. You had one drug, and the FDA now has made it 2. The important thing is that there is 2. The less important thing is that the politics behind it is talking about the suppression of Descovy for a year to 2 years because drug companies, I won't speak on each, which I'm not going to speak on each drug company because I might want some money from them.
I don't do shit. Give me a quarter.
So drug companies may have been pushing one drug instead of the other, regardless of whether some people were impacted
financially,
physically, because some people have allegedly, I won't even say allegedly, some people have been impacted by the drug differently than most, which means it is a side effect. So a side effect means it's not going to happen to most people that take the drug. There is a small percentage of people that will have this side effect. And the side effect that they're talking about is bone density issues and kidney issues. A small percentage of people that were taking Truvada experienced those issues. The issue that people are talking about is Descovy has none of those issues currently. The issue that I have with that is it just got approved by the FDA, which means that it still needs the number of trials and the years of trials that we just figured out about Truvada.
And it's been out since 2014, 12, 11.
And so the things that we're figuring out about Truvada's possible side effects, we're just now figuring out. And it's been on the market for 5, 6, 7 years. Descovy is now about to just be on the market now. So before we go praising it as a better drug than Truvada, let's also do the same trials that we did for Truvada before we found out Truvada may have some side effects. Descovy may have side effects as well. We just don't know what the fuck they are yet.
Yeah, because it's been sitting in a controlled environment this whole time.
It has. And that's the politics of some of these drug companies, and I can't control any of that. What I can say for sexual health this week is, if you're not on one of them, get on one of them. If you are in the target group of people that could possibly be infected by HIV, be impacted by HIV, look into both of these drugs and talk to your health provider right now, immediately, about it, because it's either a pre-exposure prophylaxis or a post-exposure prophylaxis. And the choice is yours. That is this week in sexual health. What is the song for your soul?
Today is Keisha Cole's 38th birthday.
Oh, girl.
So, shout out to my homegirl, Keisha Cole. In 2005, she won a Vibe Award. She won the Vibe Vixen Award. She has an R&B Lady of Soul Award. And I looked for Grammys. She was nominated a few times for a Grammy, but she don't have one. But she is still my girl. And so I want to give a shout out to 2004's song, the second single from her debut album called "I Just Want It to Be Over."
I love that song.
By Alicia Keys and her cohort Crucial Keys.
Oops. Who the fuck is Crucial Keys?
I think it's a guy named like Brian Crucial Keys. He went because he was a beast on the keyboard. So the girl, let him be a piano Casio girl. Let him do that.
Casio's keyboards. Wow.
I said he was crucial on the keyboards.
Okay.
Anyway, so I Just Wanted to Be Over was the number one on Billboard's Bubbling Under chart.
It's still bubbling under. I see that.
Which is an extension of the Hot 100. So it was 101. So she was like right there at the Hot 100, but
she was almost at the bottom. She just didn't quite make it to the bottom.
Bubbling under.
Okay.
So shout out to I Just Wanted to Be Over by Keisha Cole. Because that song came out, bitch. I was like, I ain't never even kissed the boy in the mouth yet. But I know I wanted to be over already. And thank God I got better educated.
So the Song for Your Soul is something that was not...
It was a pre, what they call it, a pre... If I could see into the future...
Pre-con.
I would have thought life was a breeze, but fuck around with these men, child.
Wow. It's a very inspiring song.
This is my life as a cover girl.
It was hers as well. So the song for my soul this week, I am inspired because this young lady is... she's already iconic.
Neffy.
No. And talented. So that would kick her out the bunch right there. She did a Vogue story this past week where she detailed why she's not doing the Super Bowl and why she's probably not going to do the Super Bowl no fucking time soon.
Never would have made it.
And
never.
I stand because people don't typically put that into print. Like, they'll think about it, they'll talk about it with their friends, but they're not gonna like go to a magazine and be like, "No, I'm not doing that shit." But she did because she knows the checks are signed for the next 50 years of her life. It don't matter. She don't ever have to do fucking Super Bowl. So this song is indicative of that. I ain't trying to think about it. Let's start there. Yeah, I said it. Boy, get up inside it. I want you to homicide it. Going slow? I want you to pop it. And I think I kind of like it. Up against the wall? We don't need a title. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Boy, I always like to show. Get a little bit, come a little close. Take it home on your camera phone. Get a little bad, nigga, watch me blow it down. Yeah, I said it. And yeah, Rihanna said it. Rihanna says she does not need the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl needs her. And unlike some other celebrities who have said the same thing, she actually fucking means it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're just not gonna fucking know. Yeah, I said it. Rihanna, Anti-album. One of the greatest albums of all time. Song for my soul.
What are you here for this week? Oh, can I go first? I was supposed to let you go first, but then I was like, I got like 4 things on here. So, wow. Again,
okay.
Fuck Trisha. Girl, we out here serious. And you playing the Sega Genesis.
Play.
Start over, Genesis. Also, Todrick Hall tweeted, the video has only been out 2 weeks. What Todrick Hall, that is 2 weeks too many for that dancer to not have received his payment. So, girl, figure it out.
Do you want to tell them the whole story of that?
My last thing is OG from Basketball Wives.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Attempted to cry colorism down to the Basketball Wives reunion. She said because she is dark skinned, that's why the girls don't want to hang out with her. First and foremost,
because she dark skinned is why that one girl got a restraining order against her, though.
First and foremost, Jennifer is Evelyn's number one enemy because she talked about her child and she was supposed to be in the goddamn play, auntie. So if Jennifer black ass contract keeps getting renewed, your ass texting Chad Ochocinco is not the reason why she don't like. Well, there is a reason, but that ain't the color of the skin ain't it. Because both of y'all chocolate brown skin girls. What's going on? So and then also Malaysia fine ass is a brown girl. Shout out to Malaysia because she was thick when she was running down that hill trying to chase Evelyn, so Evelyn didn't pop her CC in the face. And also,
how many girls has Evelyn been trying to fight on the show though?
Okay. Oh.
I'm not even active watcher, but I know that every season Evelyn is fighting or attempting to fight multiple bitches on that goddamn show. Now all of a sudden she want to follow a restraining order.
They got the hands to back up all their talk. That is a valid concern. That is a valid concern.
Okay, but if it wasn't a brown...
Stand on that, OG. Don't stand on this colorism claim.
No, that is a valid claim because, like you said, Jen is also a dark-skinned girl. Uh-huh. She's also had arguments with her. Uh-huh. She ain't never felt valid enough to be like, well, I feel afraid because Jen might whip my ass, and so I'm going to get a... No! She ain't never felt that way because Jen is not a threat. OG is an actual threat.
So y'all would have come see OG play football, but now y'all all running from OG. Girl, okay, she done met her fucking man. That's how you get your contract renewed, because you done quit the football and your man can't...
her contract is renewed. I don't know what the fuck they talking about already, but her contract got to be renewed. Anyway, continue. Carry on.
So, if you're trying to get back on next season, the thing that you should be focused on is Evelyn has met her match. Tweet that. And then get shirts made. Ocho Cinco wanted me. I don't know about the copyright claims for that, but get some shirts made. Taunt her. That's how you get your contract renewed. Like, this colorism claim is not the hill to die on, or whatever the tree to fall out of, or whatever the saying is. Right here.
The tree to fall out of.
Is it the hill to die on?
The hill to die on is one.
Bam.
The tree to fall out of is a Memphis thing. I ain't never heard that.
Look, we was doing things up there.
Y'all was doing a lot of shit in the woods.
Give us free. So, so those two things, and Trisha, and apparently I am here for a Waffle House in Atlanta is now serving beer.
Ooh. Where?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the headline and I was like, girl, you thought it was going to be fights.
Now listen, we did the Trisha clickbait. This might have been clickbait. I don't trust that.
No. I don't think I was like the Atlanta Business Constitution, or what is it called?
Why is it
was a valid source, but that's why it's such a big thing, because it's only one location approved so far.
Okay.
So hopefully more Waffle Houses can start serving alcohol. Hopefully we can get a full bar
and treat they black employees better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The truth jumped out. Okay. What are you absolutely here for this week? Because you try to be positive and you lead with light.
I do, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to say this with absolute love because I like this beautiful older man. He's not I was going to say a young man, but he's an older man. He's a beautiful older man. One of my CNN bays, Chris Cuomo. If you don't know who Chris Cuomo is, feel free to Google him. He is white. He is New York. He is brash.
Very New York.
He is very masculine. He is very take charge. He is a lawyer and smart. He just wasn't smart the other day. The other day that I'm talking about was the LGBTQ town hall where all the presidential candidates...
Many of them. Because your friend who was tweeting that she going to be at the debate tonight, where he was at the LGBT... What her name was? What her name was? I don't even know what her name was. Susie Gillibrand?
Okay, hold on. Let me come back. Let me come back to Chris
What is
Cuomo.
going on?
Tulsi Gabbard sit down. Ma'am, find you a seat in the back, get you some popcorn, and say, you're not a part of this presidential race anymore. I know you feel like you are, but you're not. You are not at this town hall. You weren't even at the last debate. You barely fucking made it to this debate talking about, well, I guess I'm a co. Girl, you barely got invited. What the fuck you mean?
They were looking for volunteers to the LGBT forum. You weren't tweeting and trying to get on down there.
If you don't have an opinion and you can't articulate stances on the LGBTQ crisis and dilemmas and issues going on and facing our country, then you don't have my vote.
Don't tweet about
not like you
nothing
had,
else.
not like you had my vote in the first goddamn place, but you definitely don't got my vote now. Just like I told y'all 2 weeks ago about Bernie Sanders. If Bernie Sanders couldn't show up for
the HRC town hall
for any other reasons, I know, well, that one as well. But if he can't show up to talk to me about my rights, then he don't got my vote.
Yeah.
So back to my here for it.
Okay.
Chris Cuomo, moderator, allegedly, of this town hall. One of the moderators. I'm discounting this because
applying discount codes to girls.
30% off. 30% off, girl.
You're always trying to ring somebody up.
Well, ringing her up is cheap at this point. I love you, Chris Cuomo. So CNN had some of their best girls do moderating duties. Don Lemon did like the first couple or a few, and
he handled Blossom well.
Whoo. I'm not even gonna touch that. Say no. I'm just gonna let that one out there. But Chris Cuomo was moderating the part of the debate that Kamala Harris came in on. Kamala Harris introduced herself and said her pronouns as her, she, and hers, I believe. And as a joke, Chris Cuomo was like, me too. Chris, when have you been a her? Chris, when have you been a she? Chris, when have you been a her? Hers. When have any of those pronouns been yours?
He said this to Trisha.
So he apologized the next day, saying it was a joke in poor taste, blah 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 blah. But you are moderating a presidential town hall. One of these people is going to be the Democratic nominee and likely the next president of the United States of America. And you thought it prudent to be making a joke about someone announcing their pronouns when other people can't say their pronouns at work without being fired, which is a case going up at the Supreme Court right now. So, is it a joke or are you ignorant? Which one is it? Because if it was a joke, I don't think that CNN pays you to write comedy.
The truth jumped out.
If it's ignorance, then should you be a moderator on an LGBTQ town hall? So if you're ignorant of people pronouncing their pronouns and declaring themselves with their pronouns so that they can be properly addressed, and you're ignorant of that speech and you're ignorant of that culture, then are you the right person to be moderating an LGBTQ town hall? Probably not. If you're ignorant of that fact. If you are a comedian and you're trying to
Netflix giving out,
you trying to get your next show on Netflix, work, go off. We saw how them Dave Chappelle jokes landed.
The slash generation is out here, but girl, not at this job. Don't
be a serious news person and be both. Be a serious news person or be ignorant or be a comedian. Not all three at the same time. You're not qualified for it. I'm not here for it. So Chris Cuomo, I love you. Send me a nudes.
I just really think it was he didn't know the
again, didn't know means ignorance.
Was a thing. Yeah, that is ignorance. I just
really at an LGBTQ town hall for the next president of the United States.
It was time to hashtag and boycott and get him fired and things.
No, I'm not saying
the LGBT, like Dave Chappelle said, don't play with the LGBT girls because the alphabet
gang,
the alphabet people is out here. So I really think it was a genuine mistake. I'm hoping so. I mean, like, it's not like he got a track record of just like being anti.
No.
So I'm just gonna say that this one is a mistake. We're gonna write that down. But
a demerit.
I'm gonna write that down. But we still love you.
You're not getting a star on the board today.
Oh, it is time for our last call, I believe. Lord Jesus, I miss y'all. Y'all, text me your nudes. I miss you. I need text me pictures, text me selfies, text me your nipple piercings. I have been obsessed with looking at nipple piercings on Tumblr, but I'm like, I want nipple piercings, but I'm too scared.
You are.
So, just if you have nipple piercings, will you send me the pictures just for inspiration?
Wow. If you are unfamiliar with this podcast and you don't know what last call means, it is time for you to pour a shot with us so that we may have our last call.
I'm excited about getting nipple piercings in my
You're not getting nipple piercings.
In my inbox.
Ciao.
The last call is to good things. So, the government of Uganda wants to put it back on the legislation ballot to murder people for being gay.
Allegedly. So there was a story that came out this morning that said the prime minister said that he was not considering that.
I was gonna say hallelujah. I claim the victory over it. That's my last call because I claim the victory over that. I claim it in advance that this is either a lie or the voters in Uganda are gonna look at that. God be working miracles.
Yeah.
So thank God, I claim the victory over that.
The staff of the prime minister got a hold of the story and they put out a statement saying that the prime minister is not currently not thinking about putting that up for a vote because it's already been voted on and they voted it down. So there's still strict laws in Uganda for gay people. You can still be imprisoned for gay acts in public and stuff like that, but there is no longer a quote-unquote kill the gays bill in Uganda. There was a story that was coming out, like you're talking about, that was saying that it was coming back up and that the prime minister was going to put it into law directly himself.
What they call executive order tease.
Yeah, I don't think it's called an executive order in Uganda,
but relatable to Americans.
Yeah, basically. But they put out a statement this morning and said, no, girl, we got enough problems. We're not focused on that right now.
Because my last call was to claim the victory over it. And look at that. Worked out. Real time. Bam. That's my last call.
Okay. Well, you're welcome. I helped you out with that one. My last call is to CBS. CBS has confirmed that Billy Porter will be playing the fairy godmother in the upcoming Cinderella film. Okay.
I was trying to clap without being loud, but okay. Since you're nosy.
According to Deadline, Porter confirmed that he is joining the film from the New York Festival this past Saturday. He will take on the role of fairy godmother, which has never, ever, ever been played by a man, which has never, ever been played by a black man, which has never, ever, ever been played by a black gay man. You gotta mix that shit up sometimes. A black gay man, and which has never, ever, ever been played by a black gay man who is a Tony winning singer, an Emmy winning actor. What's the other?
He got a Grammy too,
and a Grammy winning singer.
He just got to get that.
He just got to get an Oscar, which I think
they're setting his ass up.
They set his ass up to do one of my forefathers, James Baldwin. He would be.
He's gonna get that.
He would be an amazing James Baldwin.
He's a good director.
He is at the perfect age to play James Baldwin, as we have always seen and known what James Baldwin looks like. He is a student of that time period, and if anybody can get James Baldwin right, Billy Porter.
So much to him.
Billy Porter could get James Baldwin right. It is time, and if he did that, and if he did it like I know he can do it, he would be the first ever black gay man EGOT holder.
Well, next to John Legend, but
John Legend is not a black gay man.
Openly identifying.
He got a fat ass. But He ain't gay as far as Chrissy Teigen and them though.
And on conservative ass, that's on conservative ass CBS. That's like CBS. Oh,
so there's
they're
also
really conservative down to the CBS.
There's
CBS. Woo.
There's also a low point to my last call. Unfortunately, it's
His
supposed
co-star.
to be his co-star. They have also reportedly cast Camila Cabello as Cinderella. I don't know if you've seen Cinderella plays or Cinderella movies. She's typically white, and I'm here for race bending. I'm all here for race bending. Fuck that. They don't have to be a white blonde person. Hole. Yeah, in the booty, preferably. But they also can sing. And Camila Cabello can't. So I'm a little concerned there for my good buddy Billy Porter, because the star of his movie / show is a woman who can't sing.
You know when they say like Angelina Jolie carried that movie, or you know like because Joaquin Phoenix carried the Joker, and you got to look at this like Billy Porter carried, drug it through the snow. Billy Porter, girl, he's thought about it.
Through the fire,
arm, baby. Billy Porter, child, he carried this goddamn Cinderella.
Just a chance to be with you. Woo! Gladly risk it all. Through the fire is what he would have to do for this goddamn.
He gotta carry this goddamn. But shout out to Billy. He can do it. He can do it.
Carrying Camila Cabello, I don't know.
We speak your name, Billy Porter.
We speak your name, but I don't know. I don't know. Can Billy Porter carry Camila Cabello? He would have to put his hand over her mouth.
Like, girl, I'm gonna sing this song.
I got it.
I'm gonna sing.
I got it. I'm gonna be the fairy godmother and Cinderella. You just be over here. That's the only way I see it going down. That is my last call this week.
That wraps up this week's episode of our show. Go to hereforitshop.com to get our merch. I'm working on something. I haven't confessed to you yet, but I'm working on something. And go to hereforitslive.com. We're trying to get down to Atlanta. If you know somebody with some money, hey, hereforitpod@gmail.com. We can talk money.
Money!
And my name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and my co-host name is Trade.
Also, the Superman, TheSupaman. I am still the Zesty Zaddy. Make sure you guys take your Truvada, and the revolution will be televised.